Welcome to the Roofing Business Growth Circle with Jacques Skuteeki, the go-to 15-minute power session for roofers who want more profit, better projects, and marketing that actually works. In each episode, you'll hear fast, practical ideas from real roofers and suppliers that can plug straight into your business and grow your bottom line. Now, get ready to level up your roofing business with your host, Jacques Skuteeki.
Welcome to this special edition of the Roofer's Pathway to Profit podcast. The series designed to help you crack the code on running a profitable roofing business that doesn't run on your back. In this intro episode, we're pulling back the curtain on the secret sauce behind companies that keep leads flowing, jobs produced right, and profits predictable, even when the owner steps away. If you want to go deeper on each of these concepts and start installing them in your own business, join us for the Roofer's Pathway to Profit Bootcamp Live, where we'll walk you through every pillar step by step. Click the link below and you can register today. Meanwhile, let me introduce you to my guest speaker and partner in crime for these 7 Pillars series here. Willard Barth is a business advisor and the creator of the Entrepreneur's Edge, a 7-phase operating system for owner-operated, crew-dependent businesses. The kind where the owner is the bottleneck and growth lives or dies on systems. Alongside his team of advisors, Willard helped a family-owned landscaping company grow revenues from 307% in 3 years and scaled a commercial real estate development firm from 15 employees and 32 million to 63 employees and 124 million within 18 months. Different industries, same playbook. Today, Willard brings that framework to roofing companies, roofing owners ready to stop running every job and start running a real business. So let's start this conversation. Willard, welcome to the Roofer's Pathway to Profit podcast.
Well, Jacques, absolutely happy to be here and even more happy to have you as a partner in crime with the things that we're talking about. You know, you and I were having a little conversation before we started, and we were talking about how most roofers that both of us talk to are extremely busy. Their board is full, their crews are working, money's coming in, but the owner is exhausted. And we were talking about why is this so common? So just a question for the people who'll be listening to this. If you shut your phone off for 2 weeks, just 2 weeks, typical vacation that most people take, there's no calls, there's no checking in with your crew, would your business keep moving at the same speed or would things be slipping? Jacques, what have you experienced?
Well, when I speak to roofers, I always have the impression that they have something called ADD, but they don't, because they're smart dudes and smart ladies that are running those businesses. It's just because they have so many things to deal with. You know, in our slogan for this series is stop juggling and start taking control. And as much as we look at them and say, oh, they're all over the place, they are, because they don't have proper SOPs or systems in place. So they are so busy that they lose track on what their priorities are.
Exactly. And that's not a fault of a business owner. That's a pattern that keeps showing up in businesses all across industries, all sizes, doesn't matter. So let's focus on roofing industries. Most roofing companies that are making between $1 and $7 million a year are in the exact same spot. They've proven that they can sell jobs. Like I said, the board's full. They've proven they can build a team. They've hired effectively and the team is doing the work. They've got trucks that are on the road. They've got money coming in. But here's the but, and it's a huge one. The business still depends on one person or maybe 2 people. You, the business owner, you're the main closer for sales. You're the one who has to approve the big decisions. You're the one who fixes problems. You may have a salesperson who can calm down the customer, but a lot of times it's falling back on you. You are the person that everybody's going, hey, Jacques, quick question for you. And that quick question takes 30 minutes out of your day that you're supposed to be working on other things. Look, that is not a business. Although it may have your name on the banner, it's not a business. It's a high-paying job.
So what are the stages, the possible stages then, part of the 7 pillars to make this work, to get rid of that chaos and more be in a situation where they are on cruise control?
Great question. No matter whether you are a roofer or running a multinational company, there's a progress that every business goes through. Every business starts with an idea. You just think, you know what? There's a need for this, or I'm really good at this. I could build a business around this. So you start with an idea. That's phase 1. Phase 2 is where you prove that your idea is a sellable item. You sell your first job. You've got somebody that said, I'm willing to give you money to do what you tell me you can do. That's phase 2. Phase 3 is when you start having to work with other people. You have to hire some employees. Maybe it's an admin person. Maybe it's somebody to actually go out there and swing the hammer. Or maybe you have to start subcontracting to people. That's phase 3. Phase 4 is building systems. That's where the business starts to run without you being there. And phase 5 is when you actually get to that point where the business actually runs better when you're not there. Doesn't mean that you're bad. It means that you put the right people in place and you put the right systems in place so you're not needed. That owner dependency is gone. Now, most listeners to this program right now, I'm going to imagine, are somewhere between phase 3 and phase 4. You've got the sales volume and you've got the people out there doing the work. But here is the big problem. If you step away, chaos, everything falls apart.
So why do so many home repair service people and roofer business owners get stuck there between 3 and 4?
You know, it starts because you're the entrepreneur, you're the business owner. You built the business around your thoughts and your skill set. You know, maybe you're a great idea person, or maybe you're a great roofer. You're just phenomenal at doing the roofing job. Or maybe you were a great estimator. You were always able to get the jobs to come in at a price that people liked, and you didn't go over budget when you were doing it. You're great at estimating. Maybe you're great at closing sales. So you go, I can build a business, I can make this happen. But you never shifted away from it being me dependent to actually being a business that is its own entity. Everything is stored here in your institutional knowledge and in your skill set. And that's where things break down.
So what does it cost them?
This is the thing that people don't normally think about, because they've got cash flow coming in. They've got their own business. Many people's dream just to be going, I don't have to punch a clock for somebody else. I don't have to make somebody else money. But here's where things get real. If you're stuck between phase 3 and phase 4, you're on a tightrope. If your closer quits, revenue dips, and you need that revenue to pay the rest of your employees. If your ads slow down and they're not performing as well, your pipeline slows down. If you don't have leads in the pipeline, you can't close new jobs. Say bye to your revenue. If you get sick, I had a stroke just about a year ago, put me out of action for about a month. Well, who's going to make those decisions? Are they going to be calling you while you're in the hospital if things are going down? Storm season hits. Things get crazy. Look, here's the thing that a lot of people don't think about. How am I going to exit this business? Am I going to sell the business? I'm going to give it to my kids. Because if you think that somebody's going to buy your company, they have to buy an operating business entity. They are not buying you. You can't go along with the business when you sell it. So if that's part of your exit plan, or even passing it on to your kids, if you do not have it operating as a well-oiled machine, it limits the value to you and to the people you're going to pass it off to.
So if they have a system in place based on the 7 pillars concept, what does their future look like? What does their future business look like?
Well, this is specifically what we did with that company you mentioned in the intro, that we took them from 15 employees and 32 million in revenue to 63 employees and 124 million in revenue, because we focused on systemization. We focused on how do you train people and make it a business, not dependent on people. So let's flip the script. What does a stage 5 business look like for a $5 million roofing company? Well, it means you've got a system in place that no matter what happens, leads continue to come in. But you've also got a system that when those leads are coming in, follow-up is happening, whether you're the one doing it or not. Estimates, they follow a very clear structure, a process that makes you certain that every estimate is being done the way you want it done without you doing it. Okay. The office knows the process, so they're able to see when things are going off track. Your crews, they don't have to come to you with every little question because you've got it set up that the questions are already answered. They know it in the system. Your numbers are clear. The payroll, it's consistent. You're not in a panic trying to figure out how you're going to meet payroll. And your marketing, it's not throwing things at the wall and hope it sticks. You have something that you can measure that tells you what type of results you're getting. So when you walk in on a Monday morning, it's no longer walking in going, oh God, what am I walking into today? You're walking in actually excited, calm, because you're not bracing for the worst. You know there's going to be things that come up, but you also know that your team is ready to handle them. And I want to stress something here. This is not just some theory that I'm throwing out to you. This is a replicatable structure that's practiced in successful businesses all over the world. It is a process, it is a system, it is duplicatable, and you can apply it as well.
Wow. So how do you get there? And how do you walk into your office on a Monday morning and it's a perfect morning?
Well, first, there's no perfect. You're still going to have the fires that need to put out, but they're not going to be wildfires. They're just going to be little problems you deal with. But I think the mistake a lot of people think is just it's going to fix itself in time. And that's not what happens. You have to consciously prepare and build into it. So that's really what we're going to be going over in the episodes that we're doing. We're going to break it down into 7 core areas, fundamental areas that move you from owner dependency to system strong. But the very first thing you need to do, and I'd like to invite you to think about right now, is you need to know clearly where you stand. You heard me mention the 5 phases. 1 is an idea. 2 is you sold the first project. 3 is you've got a team. 4 is you've got strong systems. 5, it works better when you're not there. What stage are you in? Okay. And then start thinking about in your business, what are the areas that you're really strong in? And even more importantly, where are you exposed? And as you define those, we're going to walk through the next steps that actually create solutions for those issues. Again, if you're busy, but you're stretched thin, if growth feels like you're pushing a rock uphill, not something you're excited about moving toward, join us and let's start that process together.
Wow, this is going to be fun. That being said, all right, if this episode hit home and you're realizing you don't just need more jobs, you need a business that can run without you, then don't sit on it. The next step is simple. Join us for the Roofers Business, the Roofers Profit Growth Bootcamp Live, where we go deep on each pillar and start applying it for your numbers, for your business, for your team, for your market. Seats are limited. And for each live session, so what you need to do is just click on the link below and join our process, and make sure that the Roofers Profit Growth Bootcamp Live is something that really contributes to your business and makes you not only profitable, but also exit ready when the time comes. Thank you so much again, Roofer. Thank you so much again, Willard, for your time. It was very, a lot of stuff there, very exciting, and I'm looking forward to dive deeper in each of those pillars. Thanks again for being there.
My pleasure.
If you're serious about winning, don't stop here. Visit roofingbusinessgrowthcircle.com and unlock our resource vault featuring valuable free tools, guides, and resources from our guest speakers. Listen to more episodes of the podcast and book a Beat Your Competition strategy call with Jacques. Until next time, keep raising the bar in your roofing business.